I'm here with Troy, and we're here in Orlando. I have a couple of questions for Troy. How you doing, Troy?
Good. How are you, Carlos?
I'm doing well, thank you. One of the questions is, can you tell us about the trends within the dental industry right now?
Okay, sure. Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of trends going on right now in the dental industry, and I tell you, one of the biggest trends is focusing on managed care in the dental industry. Many dentists who practice in the managed care area are obviously, with higher unemployment, are seeing a drop-off in patients. So one of the things that dentists need to prepare themselves for in the case of whether it be further unemployment or hopefully we have further employment is we'll see some of those patients come back. But some of those patients are going to gravitate to other dentists. So one of the things that dentists are doing right now is they're able to offer incentives for patients or new patients to come in, whether it be teeth whitening or some kind of free offer to get those new patients back in the door, or people that haven't been in the last 2 years because of employment situations.
So they have to put some money back into their marketing campaign, basically.
That's exactly correct.
That's great. That's great.
Yeah.
What about their savings habits and the retirement contributions?
Yeah, unfortunately, the dental community, even though they make more than 90% of the rest of us, there's approximately a little over 90% of them can't retire when they're 65. I mean, this comes right from the Pride Institute. As a former consultant to the American Dental Association, we've spoke about this numerous times. And dentists oftentimes rely on their practice to be their retirement.
Right.
But one thing that they don't factor in is that they're going to pay capital gains on that practice, and potentially, depending on what happens in the next election cycle, we may see those capital gains rates change. And inevitably, just because they sell their practice, depending on I know the old rule of thumb is 0.6 times revenues.
I see.
Some practices are worth more or less, and quite frankly, they may not have enough to retire on, or at least live to the standard that they've been living on over the years.
Right, so they need to save a little bit more.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay. The other question is, what does U.S. Dental CPA brings to the table?
Yeah, U.S. Dental CPA Group is a national network of CPAs and accountants who specialize in the dental industry. And again, as a former consultant to the American Dental Association for years, we went around to different conferences and speaking of, whether it be how to acquire a dental practice or what we call the capital channel mapping process. Dentists are unique in the aspect that every so many years they need to replace equipment in their operatories, and depending on how many ops they have in their practice, it can be quite expensive as new and improved technology comes out, whether it be CEREC machines or things like that. So it becomes actually very capital intensive. And one thing we like to focus on in our U.S. Dental CPA Group is what's known as a tax spiral.
Right.
Oftentimes buying a product thinking it's tax deductible doesn't mean it's free. They still have to pay for it and then make money to pay for those taxes, et cetera, et cetera. So we work with the dentist, obviously, to try to get them to not enter into that tax spiral.
Right.
And we work through it called a capital channel mapping process.
That's great. Thank you for your time, Troy.
Hey, you're welcome. Thanks for having me. All right.
Pleasure is mine.
Thank you.